Guys, it has been a long time coming, okay? And I'm so happy to be back, and I appreciate all of you. I see all your comments. I even answer some of your questions when I can, and I just appreciate everyone who was sticking up for me, having my back, with like the idiotic people who like making silly comments and things like that. And I just appreciate all of you. And your girl is officially back. I will be uploading every Friday, and surprisingly I got 1,000+ subscribers. And my two videos that really did it for me was, of course, my hat tutorials, which is very like shocking in a way, because it's like I haven't been posting for like what, 3 months or something like that, and people still like following through with my videos like today, which is wonderful, and it's like crazy at the same time. So let's see how many subscribers I have right now. So right now, I not always go to my YouTube studio to see everything as well. Like, I keep up with y'all, just like life has just been lifing, and work has like taken over. But now that I have more days for myself until I find like a better job, we have the time now to like do these videos, get these videos out and pushing and flowing, okay? So right now I have 1,055 subscribers. That is like insane, because the last time I checked it was like 1,400, like 4 something. And like, I be like, oh my gosh, like this is amazing. So I just appreciate every last one of you, and I read all of you guys' comments. And so as you can see by the title, this is going to be another hat tutorial, of course, because we got to keep this flow going. I love making hats, so this is like fun for me as well. So we have a granny square hat for today's video, and I really love the colors that I pick. It gives like Valentine's Day type of vibe of a hat. So let's get started. Alright guys, let's begin this wonderful hat. So the first thing we're going to do, oh, let me show you the yarn that I'm using. And it's falling apart, okay? So this yarn is called I Love This Yarn. I don't know if you can see that. Let's bring that down. I love this yarn, and it's only $4.99. Okay, we love that price. And I always buy this type of yarn from Amazon, but you can also get it from the Joann store if it's located near you, or you can also go to their website. But honestly, y'all, you could just go right to Amazon and order it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, so the first thing I always like to do is a magic circle. And I know a lot of people have trouble with this for some reason. And I'm going to go as slow as I can for you to see exactly what I'm doing in full detail. Okay? So we're just going to have some of our yarn hanging. Not too much, not too little. I mean, it doesn't really matter the amount. You just don't want it to be too short. Okay? So we're going to be using... Whoa, I can't even see. So yeah, so we are going to be using our 2 fingers, and I like to start here and then hold it down with my thumb, wrap it around my 2 fingers, and make an X. Okay, and then in today's video we'll be using a 4.5 crochet hook, and I get all of my hooks from Amazon as well. So we're going to now put our hook through this first line here, and then we're going to grab the second part here, the second part that's like right above it where my ring is at. We're going to grab it, pull it through. We're going to twist our yarn just a little bit, and then we're going to come back over and grab the same yarn that's here where my ring is at, and then we're going to grab that and we're going to pull it through. And that is exactly how you do a magic circle. Okay, so I always like to take this part out so it doesn't get all twisted up. And now we're going to start our granny square. So what I like to do now is chain 2. so it looks like your first kind of double crochet, you would say. And then you're going to yarn over, and you're going to put your hook through the circle, pull the yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So this part here, since it's just only chain 3, but it does count as a double crochet. So this is 2 double crochets, and we're going to add 1 more double crochet, and then we're going to chain 2. 1, 2. Next, we're going to add 3 more double crochets in our next section. Yarn over, pull it through, 2, 2. Now that we're done with our 3 double crochets, we're going to chain 2. And we're going to add another set of 3 double crochets. Now, if you feel like it's getting like too wide, you could just pull it in a little bit, and it's perfectly fine after that. So we're going to add 3 more double crochets, which would be 6 now. Well, sorry, 9. I know how to count. And now we're going to chain 2. And as you can see, it's kind of creating a square, which is really, really cool. I love getting to this part because you start to see the square happening. So now we're going to add our last 3 for this round. Oh, don't forget to chain 2 after. Okay, and then we're going to chain 2. And we're going to pull this in closer to close in our circle, so you see the 4 all together. And then we're just going to go into our, I guess, first double crochet, or this part here. I always go here. Wherever you see a opening at, that's where I go. But you don't want to go in between this part here. You want to go inside of it. And then I pull through, and then here you are. This is our first square for the round, and we'll be doing 4 rounds with this color, and then we're going to switch over to the red. Okay, so we're going to chain 3. Every time you start up a new round and you chain 3, that counts as a double crochet. Okay, so we're going to do our next double crochet. Oh, and so once we're done making our chain 3, we're going to yarn over and put our hook into this opening right here. Okay, and then we're going to do 1 more, and then now we're only going to chain 1. And then once we get to this section, we're going to chain 2. So every new beginning of a round, and we're going to our next 3 double crochets or 6 double crochets, we're only going to chain 1. And then once we get here, we're going to chain 2, because this is the corner of your granny square where you have to chain 2, where it's like 6 in one section. So we chain 1 for this corner, well, for this part of the granny square, and then we're going to put 3, our next 3, and now we're going to chain 2, and then we're going to put 3 more in the same section, because this is a corner. So every corner has 6 double crochets. Okay, and now that we're done with our corner, we're only going to chain 1. Okay, now we're going to get to our next corner. We're going to yarn over, add 3. Whoops. Okay, and now since we're at the corner again, we're going to chain 2 because we need to add 3 more into this section here. Okay, now that we're done with this corner, we're only going to chain 1. Now this is our final corner. You see how we started off with 3 double crochets, and then we continue the round until we got to the very ending of the same spot. So we chain 1, and then we're going to make our last 3 for this round. And then we're going to chain 2, and we're going to put our hook through this opening here. This very ending corner is where I like to put it. Okay, pull through and then pull through. Okay, there you have it. And now we have a new section where we have a new opening where we're only going to add 3 for this part because this is like the edge and not the corner, so only 3 goes here. And now we're going to chain 1. And now that we're about to be at our corner, we're going to put our first 3. And now we're going to chain 2 because we're at our corner and add another 3 in the same section. Now that we're done with our 3, we're only going to chain 1, and then we go to our next section of only making 3 double crochets. Okay, and then we're going to chain 1. Every edge is only 3 double crochets for one of the sections, and every corner is 6 double crochets for every corner. So you do 3 double crochets, you chain 2, and then you do your next 3 in the same section. Okay, so the edges is only 3 double crochets, and you chain 1, and the corners is 3 double crochets, you chain 2, and then you add 3 more double crochets in the corner that you're making. Alright guys, we are at our last 3 double crochets for this round. And then we're going to chain 2 because we're at a corner. And we're just going to insert. Alright guys, so here we have our hat almost fully connected. So when you're making a granny square hat, it's going to be 4 in the whole entire round. So when you put it together, it's going to look just like this. It's going to look like this. Okay, so I'm going to show y'all exactly what I did. You see how it was like smooth looking? Well, this is like the bumpy look. And this is going to be on the inside of the hat. And then the outside of the hat is going to look nice and straight and neatly done to where you can't even tell that it's like all crazy looking on the inside kind of. So what I do is, and this is the same thing for all of the 4 pieces you're going to put together for the head part, like the roundabout part for your head, right? So I just connect it. So I just connect it like this, right? And then I take some yarn. I make a circle. I take some yarn and then I make a circle like this. I put my hook through the opening part of the circle, and then I pick up my item. What we'll be doing is, you see these like little V's on the side? We're going to be putting our crochet hook in between each V for each side. So we put in between this part and this part, but of course you want to make sure it's lined up together in the same flow where it won't look lopsided or on like off balance for your hat. So what I do is I start at the very end. I pretty much always start here, like right here at the edge. Do you see like where the 6 double crochets is at? I always start in the center of that. So I put it here. Make sure y'all see that clearly. I'm putting it inside this V. If I could get it in there. Okay. I put it in that part, and then I do the same thing on the other side where I'm putting it in this V here to where it would connect nice and neatly. See? And then I just close it up. So I just do single crochet, or what is the other one called? So I close it just like that, okay? I forgot what this is called, but once I find out, I'm going to put it on the screen, okay? So I just continue that until I get to the ending of the row. So I'm going to separate it so you see exactly what I'm doing. So I'm putting my crochet hook inside the V part, and I'm going to do the same exact thing on the other side. Okay? And then I just pull it through and pull it through. Okay, so I'm going to continue that for the whole entire row. Alright, so I have completed the lineup of the hat where it looks bumpy on the inside but it looks really smooth on the outside. So what I do is yarn over, and then I'm going to cut this part off. And then pull it tightly, and here you have it of the inside of the hat. And when you flip it over, this is the outside of the hat, which is really nice looking. So I am coming closer to the edge, and I'm just going to show y'all what I do. It's very simple, but I know the edge, the corners can be very confusing. So what I like to do is I still like to go through my V's. So I just try to find a V at the very corner, and I just put it through and find my next V here and put it through my other V. And yeah, we just continue that until we get to the ending of the round. Now this also can be confusing with the strings in the way, but you just continue. You try to move it out your way as best as you can, and then just continue to find your V's. So I just move it to the side, and then I just go to the next V over that bump to where you won't even see it once you're done making unless once you're done connecting your hat, you're not going to see all of this, because all of these strings and stuff is going to be threaded in within each other, so it's not going to matter. Alright guys, so it is time to start the brim of the hats, and we're always going to start at the edge of the hat. So I'm going to lay it flat so I can see it more better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of my yarn, I'm going to put my hook through where the 6 stitches is at, and I'm going to pull the yarn through, and then y'all see where it's like double. I'm just going to yarn over one time, and then the short of the yarn I'm going to hold down and then yarn over 2 more times, where it's 3, And then what we're going to do now, in the same hole, we're going to half double crochet, okay? And actually you can like bring these over so you can hide it. That's what I like to do, is hide the strings. Okay, 2 double crochets here. So this was like the beginning part, and this is your 2 double crochets, and now you're going to increase here. And you're going to continue this all the way around. So you're going to do 1 half double crochet here, another half double crochet here, and then you're going to increase with 2 double crochets in the same hole. Okay, so it's 1 double crochet here, 1 double crochet here, and then 2 double crochets, half double crochets in the same hole. Okay, again, 1 double crochet, a second double crochet, and then 2 in the same hole. Alright guys, so here is the complete finished look of the hat. Okay, we love these 2 colors together, you know? I'm gonna do 360. Okay, I still gotta put like the strings and stuff, like gotta tuck everything in, but I love this hat. And this hat is for one of my, I guess, co-workers, so I'm gonna give this to him. And he also wants another hat. I'll probably like do a reel for that one, because it's like the same concept, but just like his other one that I made for him, it has smiley faces on it, which is really, really cool. So yeah. Oh, also don't forget to follow me at it's been such a long time, y'all. Don't forget to follow me at Color Me a Jungle with the underscore. I'll just put it here so you can see it as well. And yeah, and like for my next video, I already know the next hat that I do want to make. Yeah, I'm thinking about like making something else. Oh, I can make scrunchies too, but I feel like I feel like people is more into hats. So yeah, we're gonna do another hat because this one is so cute, and I think I'm just gonna do hats, nothing but hats, hats, hats. And yeah, so yes y'all, I miss y'all so freaking much. Like, can you tell? I just keep rambling on. So yes y'all, hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope I explained everything in full detail, and if not, y'all know what to do. Comment, because y'all be quick to be like, girl, what you mean? Like, what is this? Like, how do you do this? And I love that because it helps me get better as well. So yes y'all, I will see y'all in my next one.